This is my first dessert recipe that I'm filming, and I'm particularly enthusiastic about this one, not only because it tastes fantastic, but it's actually got so many ingredients here that have a number of roles in benefiting all sorts of systems to do with health, to do with weight loss. The main ingredients here are coconuts and lemons. What I've done first already is I've already made the crust. So always that line, here's one I made earlier. So that's ready to go. And the next part is really easy. All you're doing is, again, mixing all of the ingredients in one. So one of the reasons that this is such a good dish is that it has both mostly protein and mostly fat. It's very low carb, which again, most people know is good if you're trying to lose weight. But all of the other ingredients are just fantastic for any health concerns. So it's just 5 eggs going in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. I'm just going to quickly whiz those up. So you've got really good quality protein and fats. That's fantastic. Obviously, protein's great for cell renewal and growth. And then you've got the egg yolks. What happens when you have enough amount of fat, it allows fat-soluble vitamins to be absorbed in the body. So next is the sweetener. Okay, so loads of different sweeteners available, sticking really away from your artificial sweeteners. Aspartame is a known neurotoxin. I'm going to add, this is probably about 80 grams of xylitol. And then quite often what I use when it comes to lemons is I will use stevia. It has a slight bitter taste to this. My husband can't stand it, and he always knows when I've kind of tried to sneak it in. But actually, this is the one place that he doesn't necessarily notice. And the reason it's fantastic, it's one of the cleanest sweeteners. It's actually a herb, 1,000 times sweeter than sugar, and it's super easy to use, but not quite so easily available. So I'm going to put in a teaspoon and a half. So this is a half measurement. What else? So we've got also the lemon. So I've squeezed already 4 lemons. Here's my little boy in the background. So we've got 4 lemons. And then the other element that is quite often we don't use as much in cooking is the lemon zest. Now, a lot of the nutrients are actually contained in the outside, up to 10 times as much of the vitamins and minerals in the skin, in the zest. And it just also adds that extra kind of zing taste. So that's about 3 lemons zest's worth. And then to get the kind of creamy element that you associate with a tart or with a pie is the coconut. So this is coconut cream. Now you can use either the block here, or quite often you will get just straight cream. A lot of the cream is UHT. Iggy, I'm trying to speak to the camera and cook. Okay, so now that I've calmed my little baby boy and fobbed him off with the carrots, let's get on with the rest of this. So coconut cream can come in a form of block, and quite often it can be liquid, but the liquid is UHT, so I tend to prefer the use of the block. And I'm just simply going to grate it. You can cut it, and you can melt it with hot water really quite easily. It's good to also note that lemons have amazing healing properties. It's not just the cleansing, the antibacterial, antiviral. It's also a real, has a calming effect. So it's great for any kind of anxiety, very good for fatigue. So that's why this is a great dessert or pudding to do in the evening. Okay, so make sure that your oven has been turned on, and this is why this is such a great dessert, because it's really easy. There's 2 stages, and both stages just require mixing the ingredients. And once you've made that base. Now, a tart or a pie is generally, you use glutinous flour. And the reason that this is so different is that not only is it gluten-free, but it's actually also grain-free. What we've done is we've just poured the lemon mixture in here, and I'm just going to put it in the oven at 160 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. So you definitely want to bring this out before the top of the crust gets too brown, but it is going to get brown no matter what. Now, normally what you would do is you would wait until this is set a little bit, but I really want to reveal the whole cake. This is where it's really handy to have one of those pans that's got this spring-loaded kind of catch, so that you can just lift off the outside of the tin like that. Look at that, it's just such an awesome looking cake, and considering it's really that easy. And I love this cake. It's really good because most people just don't believe that this has got no grains, no sugar and no dairy. In actual fact, it's quite good not even to say that, because a lot of people just think that it's a normal sugary dessert. And then I'm just going to scrape a bit of extra lemon zest on top, which just lets off this amazing aroma, especially when the cake's nice and warm. And there you have a pretty, in my opinion, impressive looking dessert, considering it's super quick and contains your maximum bang for your buck ingredients.